Hello Lucky Bee, it's Denise here from luckybitch.com, and today we're talking about if you should speak at other people's events for free. Now, this is something that I get asked a lot, not just from people asking about what they should do, but people ask me to speak at their events for free all the time. And I've put together a really easy process for you to decide if it's worth it or not to speak for free. If it hasn't happened yet, it absolutely will happen, so make sure you listen to today's video. Okay, so I'm not joking when I say I get asked to speak for free a lot, and not just at local events, in my hometown. People often ask me to speak at their events in completely different countries, like literally all across the other side of the planet. And we've often gone back to them and said, great, what's your budget? And they go, oh, we just thought you'd like to come and speak at our event. And I'm like, great, 18 hours on a plane. That would be fantastic. Thank you. So, it's not just one of those things that you have to just say yes or no to. I think it's really useful to look at a few different options and then make a powerful decision if that's going to be worth it for you. Now, the first thing to do is to really look at your real costs for speaking at something like that. Now, back when I didn't have kids and back when I wasn't making a huge amount in my business, the only cost that I really thought about was the travel cost. And so I thought, hey, if they pay for my flight, I'm there, and then not realizing that there are a lot of other costs involved. So for example, obvious one is travel and accommodation. So there's been a few times again that I've paid for my own accommodation, or I've said, oh, okay, just pay for travel and accommodation, no problem. Again, not realizing that there are other costs. So when you're asked to speak, it's okay to have a look and just say, well, look, this is what it costs me to speak at that event, and be very clear on that. So now that I have a child, I do have to factor in childcare costs into that, because we have a nanny and that does cost money. There are other considerations as well that I never thought about, things like parking or petrol, food, just those incidentals, like you get a bottle of water when you're at the airport. Maybe it's things like nails and hair. Like if I'm speaking at an event, I'm not going to turn up like I've just rolled out of bed. I always get my nails done. I always get my hair done. Sometimes I get pro makeup done depending on how amazing the event is. Sometimes you might get a new outfit, or you might get your outfit dry cleaned or something like that. That all costs money, not to mention your time. So time away from your family, your downtime, it might cut into your weekends, that's the only time you spend with your family, or that's the only time you get to relax. And then you've got to think of the opportunity cost as well. So again, now that I have a child, I don't have that much time at my desk. And so going to speak at somebody else's event cuts into the time that I can work on my own business. So once you have a really realistic idea of how much that costs for you to be at an event, that's really going to help you decide whether or not it's worth speaking for free at somebody's event. Now, let's talk about other things to think about. Now, one is, who is the audience? Now, I used to get asked to speak at the most random freaking things ever. I remember going to speak at a government away day. And this was a mix of men and women. They were kind of maybe in their 40s, 50s. And these were all people who worked in government jobs. And here's me, Denise, turning up, and I didn't speak for free, but it was very low cost, turning up in my blue outfit and talking about manifesting, and it was just the wrong fit for them and for me. And I think they enjoyed it, but it was kind of like, okay. And I've spoken at universities, and I've spoken at so many different random places. So again, you can make a powerful choice here if it's worth speaking for free at an event, if it's your perfect target market and you're allowed to speak about what you do and your products and services. So, think about, who do you want to speak in front of and how many people are going to be there. So it might not be worth it for you to speak to a room of 20 people, but it might be worth it for you to speak to a room of 1,000 people. And that might be totally worth it, and you can make that decision. The next thing is, what's in it for you? And be really, really clear on that, because a lot of event organizers, if they're asking people to speak for free, they think that the exposure is enough. They say, well, you can expose your business to X amount of people. And my response to that is, you know what? I can expose myself for free anytime I like. And we can now. You can expose yourself, metaphorically, on Periscope or Facebook Insights or on your blog. And you can actually reach a lot more people without leaving your house. Like, for example, do I have pants on today? You're never going to know because I'm in the comfort of my own house. I didn't have to get on a plane to come and speak to you. I didn't have to put on a bra, although I am wearing one today, to come and speak to you. So remember, there is that kind of bra tax thing of like, you know what, if I'm going to get up and speak to an audience, there has to be something in it for me because you can expose yourself for free. So what would be valid reasons to speak for free at an event? Well, maybe it's just you just want to do it for fun and credibility. You know, it's something that you think there's going to be a lot of people there that you know, and you think, hey, it's just going to be fun to speak at that event because everyone's going anyway. Maybe it is an event that you're going to anyway as a participant, and you think, hey, why not? I'll speak for free there because I'm already going. It's no big deal. Maybe it's for credibility reasons and it's just too good an opportunity to pass up. So for example, you know, that I've heard people go, oh, Oprah asked me to perform at her event for free and I'm not going to do it. I would totally speak at an Oprah event for free. Oprah, I'm ready. I'll get on a plane. I'll put on a bra. I'll put on pants. I will be there. So again, that is a powerful choice that you can make in that moment. You know, is it something that you want to go to? And then the last thing to say is don't discount asking to be paid for it. You know, obviously this video is about if you should speak for free. We're not talking about getting paid for it. That's a whole different video and we can do that. But, you know, it's just a powerful decision that you can make. You can say yes, you can say no, you can say not now, maybe ask me again next year. You can say, hey, yeah, I'll come, but you have to pay me for it. All of those things are totally up to you. Now, I actually have a free ebook that you might like because it is full of some of those awkward conversations that we have to have in business. And this is just one of them about being asked to speak for free. There are, I think, 30 plus different scripts in that ebook. Things about what you should say to clients who want a discount, what you should say to clients who turn up late for sessions, all that kind of stuff. It's just those awkward conversations that are just rites of passage to have in business. So if you would like a copy of this free ebook, just go to luckybitch.com/awkward. Or there is a link below if you are reading the transcript. Download it now. There's some really, you know, kind of easy, juicy, simple scripts for you to use for when people ask you to do things that you might not want to do. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below as well. Have you been asked to speak for free? What did you say? Did you make a powerful decision? Yes, no, or otherwise? And if you're watching this anywhere else except from my blog, come over to luckybitch.com because we have some really great conversations in this community about money, mindset, business, and all sorts of good stuff. So have yourself a lucky day. Bye. Hey there, it's Denise again from luckybitch.com and I've got a very special free gift for you today. If you haven't read my money book yet, what are you thinking? Make sure you get it. It's called Get Rich Lucky Bitch, and every day I get tweets from women all around the world who are taking their income to absolutely new levels. Now, it's a very, very easy read. It's funny, it's easy to read, but most of all, it's designed to help real women like you uncover your money blocks and release them. So go over to luckybitch.com/book and I'll gift you not only the first 3 chapters, but a sample of the audio book as well. So if you're looking for a fun and inspiring take on money, you'll absolutely love my book, Get Rich Lucky Bitch. So grab your free gift now at luckybitch.com/book and start upgrading your money mindset today.